Mike Bonelli, I'm just gonna reach out to you again and see what your take is on everything we're saying and applying it to your environment.
Yeah, no, you had great guests, and Brent was great. I think, like I said, I've done so much work with Brian Trottier now and his relationships up there that all on the same page, really, using hockey as just this great outreach. And I think, Tim, to your point on the coaches, I mean, this is like, so I'm doing this thing with the coaches site out in Ann Arbor 2 weeks from now. And, I've been offering these mentorship type environments for our young coaches in our organization. And I even got the organization to pay full boat, the conference, the flight, the hotel, stipend, 3 days, to be around really great coaches and mentors, and not one taker. I couldn't believe it. I was like, just the lack of,
Are you serious?
Wow.
And they'll be at a Nashville tournament next weekend with their 8U team in 2 seconds. So it's just, to me, I think there is a lack of, and this is where I think Europe gets it right, and I think Scandinavia gets it right, is that there's such a lack of, it's not even respect, but respect for the coaching profession and instructing, and how it is as much is needed to go into our coaches as we do for our teachers, and I think they do have that in Europe, and that model is I think it's a better model for those that really want to dig in and learn about the coaching profession. But I think half of it is just people needing to want it, right? You have to want to be mentored and want to have the opportunity to learn. And maybe it's just circumstance because of the people I've always been around, but I've been really lucky to run into great coaches.
Would you offer that to somebody up north?
Well, it's not my money. It's the money, it's the money from the organization. I'm just a big continuing education guy. I'm
good for you.
You could just get out here and do these 3 days. It's pretty cheap, and what an opportunity to be immersed in the hockey world with all these great hockey people live. It's so much different learning in a collaborative environment than it is on Zoom. And most of these newer coaches haven't been to a live, face-to-face, getting your hands dirty conference in 3 years now, or at all, or ever. So it's to me, it's that kind of stuff that I really think we need to do a better job of. And if we can get our coaches to start doing more of that, then maybe it does filter down and it does start resonating throughout the rest of the coaching ranks. But disappointing, but I understand it. So Raleigh, from my side, it's still a struggle, but it's, I guess, again, if you can get one or two, I got a couple of kids, right? I call them kids, young men that I'm working with now that have been really receptive to, having these very, very similar calls like this, and once a week, and just, a half hour of just getting like I'll take like Tim's stuff and I'll just send it out to them as my own, and be like, look at this thing we found. This is great. Use it. And I think they love it. And I think it's a great opportunity for them to be like, well, who has, because when you're in groups like this, who has time to find all this information? Groups like this bring all that information to one place. So I think it's really, really valuable. So yeah, we'll